We bring into our post-game show Kings assistant coach Brock Sawyer. Brock, we promised win or loss. We said to each other, win or loss, we would have some fun. So those who watch the video after the game tonight will notice you're in your Christmas sweater. I'm in my Christmas tie and my Santa hat with the pigtails, the braided pigtails. I don't know what you want to call those. We knew that we would have some fun. I did want to add just a little bit extra layer of Christmas cheer, and we'll add in some Christmas carols just in the background. We wanted to have fun regardless of the result, but let's talk about the game overall. A testy game, really, and one where we saw a pair of fights for the first time this season. For teams with respect for another, as both coaches said in the pregame show, a little bit surprising to see that come out in tonight's game.
No, definitely. I mean, you obviously want to head into your break, guys going home on both teams. So you want to head into your Christmas break on a high note with a good win. And you could see it really get testy there in the second period with two fights and the physicality all night. I mean, guys were finishing hits. It was almost like a playoff game. I mean, It was back and forth. You could feel that emotion. And, I mean, from two teams who've battled it out over the years in a couple league finals and have that mutual respect for each other and also that hidden hate for each other. I mean, anytime you, as an organization, when you win, two championships over a team and you got a team on the other side who loses too, it's, those don't sit well with you. So, it's a chippy game. I thought, we had our chances to put it away when we were up, but, I mean, we didn't execute and capitalize and didn't pick up defensively when we needed to.
The goal there early in the second period for Gavin Rouser really kind of energized the Kings after maybe a bit of a flat first. We didn't really see the emotion start out until that second period. Just talk about the lift on the bench I guess there with Rouser, and then obviously being able to take the lead through Leclerc later on.
I think Rouser, obviously he told me today he was going to score coming in. I didn't sign his stick today, but no, I mean, he's just a hardworking guy, and that's all that goal was just hard work and hounding the puck and finishing hits. I mean, he makes a great play on the wall to get it out and then hound it down the ice and get on that rush and then to capitalize. I mean, that's just, hard work paying off for guys. So, no, I mean, you get that one, it's a big lift. I thought the first period was a little slow, both teams kind of feeling each other out. Yeah. And, I mean, you looked at I think it was the 11-minute mark, and shots were 4-2 for them. So, obviously some power plays affected the shot totals in the first period. But, no, I mean, once you get one, you start to roll again, and then we got the second one, and we're feeling good. And then, we came out in the third period and just didn't get a job done.
You mentioned the Powell plays. The Kings maybe cutting a little bit of a rut to the penalty box. He had Leipzig there at the end, Halasian, the 4-minute spear. He had some roughing calls, some boarding calls as well throughout the night. I guess those are – how do you feel about those penalties? Because there are penalties you can live with and penalties that you really don't like to take.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be careful here with what I say. But, no, it's – there's penalties. I mean, Nicky took the boarding there in the first, right in front of our bench. Kind of, yes, you're finishing your hit, but you got to be careful. I mean, anytime you see a guy's numbers, I thought, it could have been a few extra calls our way or a few extra their way. I'm not sure about – the boarding call or the cross-check at the end with Nonis. I mean, there were calls like that in the first. I mean, guys going over pretty easy when it's on the hips. So, I mean, I understand it. You have to protect the players, but it is what it is. I mean, there was a conference there at the beginning of the third period, and once that happened, everything seemed to go against us. So, not to point the finger, but, when we're on the kill, we need to get together and get a job done. And, we failed on some outs, and we're letting a lot of skip passes go through, being too aggressive up top and not retreating back in the lane to close it down. So, I mean, we'll regroup here over the Christmas break, recharge the batteries, and then, get back to work on the 28th.
I wanted to extend on that. What does the Christmas break mean to a player? I mean, the obvious answer is to get back home, see friends and family, but from a pure hockey perspective, what does it mean?
No, I mean, it's a time of, getting home and regrouping, seeing some friends and seeing some family and being together with your folks who, obviously, they make a sacrifice to let their child go out and explore and play hockey, halfway across the country in some aspects. But no, it's just good family time, and you just use it wisely. I mean, you do still do your workouts to keep your conditioning up and to get a little stronger and maintain your body. And it's a time to recharge and refresh and get ready. I mean, you look at the calendar, we got 2 months left, and it's a lot of games jam-packed in a 2 months' time. So
it's a busy January, too, with 12, I think, in there.
Yeah, so, I mean, you use it wisely, you recharge a bit, and you take the off days off the ice and away from the rink to just refocus mentally and physically and and enjoy the time at home.
What's the I guess the schedule for the Kings coming back? When do they arrive back in Powell River, and what is the lead up to that doubleheader against the Bulldogs? Because it's 4 and 5 right after the break. We can't forget that.
Yeah, it is a tough stretch. I mean, the nice part is we are at home. There's no travel, so guys will get back, sleep in their normal billet beds, and I mean, everyone will be pretty refreshed after seeing friends and family at home. So. I'm sure they'll get some pep talks about what to do. So hopefully, the biggest thing is, everybody will be back to 28th. We'll practice that evening at 6 just to get our legs going, and then we'll practice the 29th, and really just get after it and up the compete level a bit that day because we play the next night. So morning skate on the 30th, and then a game, and then New Year's Eve we'll play again.
You get Kyle Betts and Carter Turnbull back in. They've been gone long enough. It's almost like adding 2 players via trade. You bring 2 guys back into your top 6. Do they slot back in, I guess, to where they were prior to the tournament, or have you seen things out of guys in this month-long stretch? Thinking of a guy like Liam Lawson, who's played very well this month.
No, obviously, guys have stepped up and embraced, the absence of their teammates. But I think you listen, talking to Kyle and listening to that conversation. I mean, he misses the boys, and I think he's going to be a welcome addition back. Him and Carter, obviously, we're both, we're proud of both of them, mm-hmm. And from an organizational standpoint, it's what we expect to lose a guy or two every year to Team Canada West. So. It's a good benchmark, but guys did step up and embrace, the role in their absence. So, yes, you'll reward a few guys for their play over the break or over, their absence, and you go from there. You see who comes back and who used the break wisely to keep in shape and to really, polish off their game here before, the stretch drive.
Brock, appreciate you coming up here and doing this. It's a shame it's not under better conditions to go 0-3 on that final road trip before the Christmas break, and that final game still seems to elude the Kings over the last 3, dropping their last 3 final pre-Christmas games, including one right here last year against the Vernon Vipers by a 5-2 score. But a Merry Christmas to you.
Yes,
I know you're heading
you.
Back out to Ontario tomorrow. Enjoy it with friends and family, and thank you so much for coming up here.
I will for sure. My phone's blowing up in my pocket here as we're talking, so I'm sure it's my mom and dad and sister who's home from England, so I'll be seeing them tomorrow. Can't wait. But no, for everybody, family and friends, all the supporters and fans of our team, Merry Christmas to you all, and we'll see you all back at the Hat Park Arena on the 30th.
December 30th, and the Kings and the Bulldogs. Brock, thank you very much.
Thank you.